All lives matter is what came up in my heart some time ago, even before this happened with my son. All lives matter. And I have to say that is not in opposition to Black Lives Matter. It is not. It does not diminish that cry of the heart, the modern day cry of the heart of our youth and the people that are experiencing life with them. Black Lives Matter. And that cry has rippled across the world today. No one can tell them what to cry. No one can say what words are going to come up out of our hearts in unity when injustice threatens to overpower the just. We can't teach that to a generation. And so it comes to our attention that it is coming out of their hearts. Black Lives Matter. And as a minister, I have to take the higher road. I have to take the broader view, looking at another transaction, the transaction of Jesus that I just mentioned. The fact that he died upon a cross for the world, was buried and was raised again, ascended unto heaven, now seated at the right hand of the Father in authority. I have to take that viewpoint. And so that's where All Lives Matter came from. But back to Black Lives Matter. It's the same cry that came out of a broken people, oppressed people, when the garbage collectors, also known as domestic technicians, it's a dignified name, a dignified title. Those men, it's the same cry that came out of them when they carried signs and said, "I am a man," because their life was being devalued. When some of them got caught up in that machinery and no one seemed to care about it at all. And if they did care about it, they weren't saying anything, and they didn't care enough to say anything. And so that cry rose up, "I am a man." It's the same cry. It's the same cry that rose for women when Shaka Khan sang the song, "I'm Every Woman," because women were being disrespected and devalued across the world. It's the same cry when we are devalued and not counted as significant. It's the same spirit that wrote in our Constitution about the inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's the same spirit that wrote that. The same spirit that reminds us of that God-given unalienable rights that we've all been given. And when that's disrespected, when that's denied, when that's devalued, we're all subject to rise up and say, "I am a man, I am a woman." Black lives matter. All lives matter. I matter. You matter. People of color matter. Women matter. Children matter. Our elderly, they matter. So it's the cry of the oppressed that have been devalued or disrespected their life, counted as nothing, counted as an animal. And so I wanted to make it clear from my voice that All Lives Matter is not in opposition to Black Lives Matter. It's the same cry, just from my viewpoint as a minister. It's the same cry. It includes Black Lives Matter. It supports Black Lives Matter. It unites with Black Lives Matter. Because it does. It does. All of our lives matter. We're valuable. We're enough. I'm speaking my truth now. I am a woman. I am a Black woman. I am a Black minister. You know, as a woman, as a minister, many count my voice as insignificant. But I matter. I'm valuable to God, to my family, to my friends, to those that I influence. And not only that, you matter. You matter. Hey, Pastor Irma here. If you've been enjoying any of the content, don't forget to like or subscribe Grace Covenant Online YouTube channel or Grace Covenant Online Facebook page. Thank you for listening.